stage, and everybody started walking, and I was just like,
Guests, please stand for the National Anthem, sung by Miss Tammy, our Director of Parent Services. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Good evening. Please be seated. My name is Dr. Vosmik, campus leader and academic dean of the Art Institute of Jacksonville. It's my great pleasure this evening to welcome you to the Art Institute's final commencement ceremony. For the past few years, we've been blessed with the talent of Miss Tammy to make our commencement ceremonies special. And as this is the final one, I thought it was appropriate to give her a token of our appreciation. Is a consummate professional. She makes our portfolio shows so special, and I know that our graduates appreciate it. How valuable her contribution has been. for being here. The Art Institute of Jacksonville opened its doors to students January 2007, and we will be closing our doors after our final group of students completes their work in December 2017. To be clear, the Art Institute brand itself and many of its campuses remain open. But the choice was made in 2015 to close a number of smaller campuses, particularly branch campuses, and Jacksonville was one of those campuses affected. It's tempting to be sad about that. We are sad about that. But tonight is not about loss. It is a celebration of more than 2,500 young artists who have come through our doors for training. Throughout our collective efforts, these people have gained skills that have enriched Jacksonville community and beyond. Please stand if you have ever attended classes, taught classes, or assisted as staff at the Art Institute of Jacksonville. Creative work, and you are all a part of that. Tonight we will be celebrating students who've completed or will be completing the requirements for their degree during 2017. Winter, spring, summer, and fall classes. It's my great honor to witness the achievement of your hard work and dedication. You should be feeling a great sense of pride. Certainly all those gathered here today to celebrate with you have tremendous pride in you. Your family, your friends, your faculty, many of whom are celebrating here with us. I work with these dedicated teachers and mentors closely and have for the past 9 to 10 years. And I know firsthand the great satisfaction and pride they feel in the accomplishments of our graduates. Graduates, take a moment to look around at your classmates, family, and friends. Now is your opportunity to stand and give a round of applause to those who have supported you. Do that. I want you to remember tonight, you made the choice to complete your degree at this campus in spite of the teach-out and trusted me to make that experience as positive as possible. I've done my sincere best to keep things organized and normalized. I hope that you found your journey to be smooth, but I know for a fact that some of you have faced challenges and hardships you never expected to be part of your college experience, and yet you persevered. Tonight, you must reflect and congratulate yourself on a job well done. Former campus president, Dr. John Pufall, has sent us all a message to mark the occasion. He writes, "I've often said that it is all about the work. The heart of AI Jax is that the faculty and students have demonstrated the power of an artistic vision that permeates teaching and learning. AI Jax, you should take great pride and satisfaction in your accomplishments, fair winds and calm seas." I also want to recognize the fact that our final campus president is with us this evening. Dan, where are you? Dan McLaren. appreciate all that you did for us, Dan. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. I'd like to briefly introduce the members of our campus leadership team and guests this evening. We have Lana Shuttleworth, our community commencement speaker. We have Angela Garnto, our alumni student speaker. Woo! There she is, okay. Tammy, who you know. John Nevers, Lead Associate Director of Student Financial Services. Chef Noel Ridsdale, former Director of Culinary Arts and Culinary Management. Abra Zawaki, Medium and Design Programs Coordinator. Alexis Robinson, Registrar. She really is, I promise. Madeline Sims, librarian, who came back to be with you tonight. Abra, would you come to the podium to introduce our accomplished alumni speaker?
Good evening. We are delighted to have with us tonight Angela Garnto, one of our former graphic and web design students who graduated in 2015. I can speak from personal experience when I say that Angela was the type of student that every faculty member enjoyed. As a student, Angela was determined, conscientious, and dedicated to her craft. She always challenged herself to go just a little bit further than what was expected of her. And that work ethic did not go unnoticed by her mentors or her peers. In early 2015, Angela interned at the Curtis Group, a multifaceted design agency in Jacksonville Beach. When her internship was over, they didn't want to let her go. So she was offered a full-time position and currently works there as the traffic manager, web, and graphic designer for the Curtis Group, with supporting roles in account service and office management. I speak for the entire faculty when I say that we are so proud of Angela's accomplishments and are honored to have her here with us tonight.
Thank you, Abra, for that introduction. I'm truly honored to be with you tonight on your graduation evening. It's hard to believe that about 2 years ago I was in your shoes graduating and moving forward with my life and career after school. Well, since graduating, as Abra mentioned, I've been working as traffic manager and lead web designer and a myriad of other things at the Curtis Group. The Curtis Group is a small boutique agency, which has been really nice for me because when you work in a smaller environment like that, you kind of get to touch everything. So I'm honored to be able to work, on any myriad of projects, any kind of regular design for print advertisement, business cards, that kind of thing. I might work on web stuff one day. I might be meeting with a client the next day, helping with some sort of office management issue next week. So I've had a lot of different experiences there that I'm really grateful for, and I couldn't have done them without the education and support that I received here at AIJAX. One of the things that I do love about my career is that I'm able to, through design, help local businesses and many nonprofit groups to see their visions and meet their goals through the work that we do. Some of the organizations that I've worked with have been the Donna Foundation, the Donna Marathon for breast cancer. I know you probably know about that every February. We do all the work for them. I've also been honored to work with another group called Local Goods Market. They do an online market that promotes the same thing that I enjoy, which is local businesses and marketing for our local community, which is really nice. This past year, I was also honored to work on a memorial video for a family that had lost their daughter to cancer. It's a very tough project to work on, but very rewarding at the same time. I was able to use what I've learned here, for the support of something bigger than myself, to give me a memory of something. So that was really nice. One of the things that got me through that experience experience is the fact that it took me like 24 hours to do it, so I was up constantly, and if it weren't for Graham's all-night projects, I probably couldn't have endured that long session of work, but thank you very much. But one of the things that I do remember, aside from the all-nighters, are the multiple projects that we did every quarter, the ever-looming 8 a.m. deadlines, the tough and honest critiques that we had, and having to learn multiple software programs to complete our projects. It's all of these things combined that have made it possible for me to be able to work in a very fast-paced, multifaceted agency like the Curtis Group. However, some of my most fond memories took place in the halls and classrooms at the Art Institute. The previously mentioned all-nighters working on the projects for Graham, which sounds crazy. I did kind of have the draws from that when I left school. I remember driving Leah and Madeline crazy in the library, like 7:45 in the morning, trying to print something before that critique. Hanging out with Bianca, Eddie, and Omari, and all those guys in the bookstore every day at lunch or between classes. Having lunch with some of my classmates like Kevin, who's not with us tonight, but I was hoping she'd be here. Getting a little rowdy with the 229 crew, if you're out there, you know what I'm talking about. As we blew off steam from all the stress of the constant stream of projects. I remember the long conversations with Brian and Cox that taught me about passion and what is about passion with your work. And also, I remember how Jet used to push us to be creative with our mounting of projects, as well as make us learn a new program in Rapid Viz without any help from him. Which, by the way, that is something when you get out there and you start working, you will be doing a lot. It will be, can you do this? Well, no, but let me figure it out. So you'll be constantly teaching yourself and learning, which is another great thing about the career paths that we've chosen. But looking back, I can honestly say that I have been inspired and amazed by the talents of all the students, both past and present, at the Art Institute of Jacksonville. I always think about the amazing dishes that are made by our culinary students, the film students' dedication to the endless editing and hours of rendering projects, the vision and creativity of animators as they constantly come up with new characters and try to bring them to life in Maya, the hard work of the interior designers as they learn AutoCAD to help our future environments become beautiful and functional, the photographers who take thousands and thousands of pictures just to get that one perfect shot, and as well as the fashion students who will keep us looking our best in future years. You guys have always motivated me to be my best and to help me see the world through multiple points of view. So as you move forward into your professional careers, I would like to offer you a few tips that can make your transition a little easier. First and foremost, don't be afraid. You've got this. You're professionals, and with the skills that you've learned here at AI Jax, you will be a valuable asset to any company that you will work for. Remember that you don't know everything, and that's okay. No one does. That's why we're always learning. You'll learn from others, and others will learn from you. Be professional, courteous, and confident, but yet remain humble. Get the first job experience. Your dream job will follow. Don't let go of your passions. Continue to draw, write, paint, create, try new things, new recipes, whatever it is that made you decide to choose this career path in the first place. Network. Join professional organizations to connect with other creatives in your field and continue to stay in touch with your classmates and your instructors. And always be prepared. Our industries are forever evolving and changing, so always keep your resume and portfolios up to date. In closing, I want to leave you with the words of Maya Angelou. I encourage you to live with life, be courageous and adventurous, give us tomorrow more than we deserve. Thank you for having me this evening as your alumni speaker. Congratulations to all of you.
Angela, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We do have a small token for you.
Thank you so much.
to introduce you to visual artist Lana Shuttleworth. As our leadership team cast about for the perfect commencement speaker for our final ceremony, Lana came to my attention serendipitously. A colleague suggested she would be a good choice and showed me her work. The very next day, I ran into her in person at an artist gathering at the Cummer Museum. I believe that coincidences are signals to be noticed. Lana's work in life has been about transformational processes. She's best known for her use of safety cones and post-consumer plastics as mediums. She creates landscapes through a transformational process of deconstruction and reformation of materials. This idea spoke to me as representative of our situation. The announcement in 2015 that our campus would close was traumatic for our community. The situation has required each of us, students, faculty, and staff, to engage in serious identity seeking. It was my strong feeling that the theme of this celebration should be renewal and recreation. And so I will ask Lana Shuttleworth to come to the podium to share her thoughts.
Hi, I'm Lana Shuttleworth. A lot of people call me the Cone Lady. It seems strange, I know. I think of myself as the huntress because I use safety cone like the Native American Indians used the buffalo. I use every part of the safety cone for my artwork. I use the cone flesh or pelt, I use the interior, and I even use the feet at the base of the cone. Nothing goes to waste. I do this because I feel compelled to be a good steward of the earth, because I'm a firm believer if we all do our part, we can make this place a better place to live. So you ask why I'm here today? I'm here today to share my story with you, to motivate you to fulfill your dreams with the resources you've learned and the resourcefulness you have within you. If I can gain a measure of success with art made out of safety cones, anything is possible. So I'm going to start my commencement speech with what everyone starts their commencement speech with. Today is a very exciting day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Congratulations, you've taken the first big step in getting an education. It's the one thing no one can take from you. When I was where you are now, the possibilities seemed endless. Although in my graduation show, I stepped on some toes of some professors with a piece of art that was pretty edgy, and I was quite passionate about. They threatened not to let me graduate, but when faced with the alternative, an extenuation of my presence, they did concede to give me a degree. But for you now, you can start to get a feel for the transitory nature of life. For this is the one constant that you can always count on. From this day forward, if you're determined, creative, curious, passionate, and resourceful, you can make anything happen. The greatest transitional moment in my life that gave me permission to fulfill my dreams was the death of my stepfather. When he passed, I recognized the brevity of life and realized I had to live in the present. I had to take an active role at that moment to better my future, and the only one standing in my way was me. You see, my biological father died when I was 2, and he left my mother and I with very little. When my stepfather stepped onto the scene, he was the light that helped my mother and I see our way. He was a successful businessman who was also very compassionate and generous, with an extraordinary amount of integrity. He was the reason I got a minor in business to go along with my Bachelor of Fine Art, because he believed in both following your dreams and a pragmatism for business. He had a strong moral compass, which gained him a tremendous amount of respect. He wasn't especially tall, but when he walked into a room, everyone looked up to him. Those traits that he maintained throughout his life served him so well that it was clear to me that I should follow his lead. So I made a plan with some solid guidelines. I would sell my car, buy a conversion van, the largest one I could find, and I would consider it my mini RV. And I would drive around the country looking for a place to start my art career. My journey led me to every hot spot for art. I went from Kansas to Nashville, to Asheville, to Denver, to Salt Lake City, all the way up to British Columbia, Vancouver, back down the West Coast, from Seattle to Portland, Oregon. And when I got to San Francisco, and the elitism I experienced there, I knew it was going to be Los Angeles, where I would call myself, where I would call it home. Land of the fruits and nuts. Yep, that was for me. I lived in LA for 13 years, beating the odds. In a city full of artists, I was an artist that I thought I was an artist that could succeed. Not every day was perfect. There were many ups and downs. Days when I failed miserably, moments when I made my mark. But despite the imbalance, I forged forward. I want to share with you some of the guidelines that led to my transformative journey from death of a loved one to a measure of success I can be proud of. I want to help you see what led me here tonight to have such a great opportunity to be able to share my story with you. I'll begin with how I defined success. My definition of success was to make my art mark on the art world. Large or small, I just wanted my mark to have a lasting impact. I want to look over my shoulder and look back at my life and see my pioneering creativity and my material exploration of plastics had left people thinking about ways they could reduce their carbon footprint because a piece of artwork had inspired them to do so. I realized that achieving this goal would involve the act of problem solving and resourcefulness. These two things are key in anyone's progress. I knew I had an unusual, non-traditional medium, the ubiquitous safety cone, which would help my art stand out. I knew that if I did things right, people would think of my work every time they would see a safety cone. With my business skills, creative training, and determination, I had enough faith in myself to believe anything was possible. And with my goals set and my materials at hand, my man-made buffalo, I needed to take the next step. I needed to find a tribe of people I shared a common ground with, whether it was based on materials utilized, creative processes, or shared philosophies. I was looking for colleagues in art, counterparts that were striving to meet the same goals I was driven by. I needed to surround myself with people that dared to envision a new, elevated awareness that could be expressed through the arts. I had to work alongside those people to create a community of awareness. I had to build my creative identity for myself to contribute to that cultural community. With my message of regeneration, repurposing, and revisioning an approach to utilizing plastics, I could build upon the recycling foundation that society had already embraced. The community was ready and ripe. I just had to reach out and take hold. Then I had to brand myself. I had to build my personal creative lexicon, my artistic language to support my identity. I had to expose my artwork and myself to the world, sometimes to the point of discomfort. A famous award-winning architect, Tado Ando, when he was asked about how to succeed, he knew that he was progressing when he felt uncomfortable. When he felt comfortable, he knew he wasn't pushing himself enough. I had to push myself out in the public eye in every way I could to give my artwork the exposure it deserved, even if it personally made me feel vulnerable. All of this had to happen in conjunction with my work in the studio. For every hour I spent working side jobs to pay my bills, I contributed equal time to creating art. And to add to the equation, a third of my time went to marketing, promoting, and building relations with others in the art world. You can be the sole proprietor of your art, but for the business of art, you have to work with others. Every night I went to bed thinking about all the things that excited and scared me. I did this for 7 days a week for 10 years. The results weren't always immediate. There were days I came up short of reaching my goals, and on those days, I would extend my reach to increase my odds. The cumulative effects of my efforts would open the doors to endless rewards in time. An example of this was when a writer from Sony Productions contacted me, requesting to feature one of my landscapes as a clue on the quiz show Jeopardy! The clue read, Lana Shuttleworth created this 10-foot landscape out of these roadside safety devices. The question was, what are safety cones? It didn't make me famous, but it was another feather in my cap on a very good year. This is where my persistence and determination paid off. Then, that one constant I mentioned earlier, that one you can always count on occurred, change. In 2008, the recession hit. I just knew my career would come to a screeching halt. But I made some sacrifices. I downsized my living accommodations. And with the help of interior decorators in my gallery, my art career survived. I survived. To this day, I maintain the same view of success. I'm still continually building my creative identity to help build the cultural community around me. Once that community was on the West Coast, now it's on the East Coast. Either side of the continent, my challenges have changed, but the job is still the same. I still work on my career 7 days a week. I still continue all the vital business aspects that have proven to be so invaluable. My passion is my fuel that drives me. My determination keeps me on my creative path. And I'm confident my resourcefulness will keep my head above water. That's my story, minus the good details that your family doesn't want you to hear. Now I ask you, what does success mean to you? Do you define success by fame and wealth? Fame will never define you, and money can't buy you love. I recommend you find your truth and pioneer your path to seek your true definition of success on your terms. Never forgetting life is transitory. What seems true today may not be true tomorrow. Remember who you are and don't fall victim to social approval. Praise is awesome. Criticism is necessary, but far worse than criticism is indifference. If people aren't talking about your work, then you need to make some changes. External sources will suggest what it is to succeed, but it will only fulfill you if it's on your terms. If you're true to yourself, you will find success. After you define what success looks like for you, concentrate on your brand based on your definition of success. After you've built your brand, sell it. Believe in it. If you don't, no one else will. Seek your creative identity. Think outside the frame. Build your own creative language that expresses your brand and your identity. Be yourself by growing above yourself. Make your mark. Contribute to the community around you, and as you grow, others will follow and everyone will benefit. The more you give, the more you'll gain. Contradict yourself because you have a better understanding of your truth, the truest part of you that you haven't seen before. Don't stand in your own way. If you're standing still, if you're inactive, you're blocking your own path and you have no one to blame but yourself. Utilize the business tools and resources you've just learned. You worked hard to get an education. Don't squander it. Be resourceful and have faith in yourself. If you face a wall, turn around and look another way to get to your destination. No excuses. Find your tribe. People that share common ground supported by mutual respect, mutual learning, and mutual admiration. Utilize more reusable containers and fewer drinking straws. Before you discard trash, consider another alternative use. And most of all, dare to lean in. Again, congratulations. You've taken the first big step. Your timing is good, prospects are good. Your participation in the re-emerging art culture in Jacksonville is vital. You can be pivotal in contributing to the renaissance of Jacksonville's cultural community. We can make this a cultural destination. I'm proud to stand by your side. Let's all dare to lean in and give this town some company.
Graduates, you're lucky to have been taught by instructors who care about your professional and personal success, and who have the real-world experience it takes to mentor you into your profession. We recognize the value of a professional working in their field being willing to give their time after hours to mentor our students. Tonight, I want to honor several instructors. Many of them are not attending tonight, but some are, and if I call your name, please stand. Arnold Wood. Arnold retired from a long career at Florida State Community College of Jacksonville and chose to spend his retirement teaching communication and writing to you. Susan Davies, Jason Faulkner, and Pat Thompson. Interior design instructors all. Susan Davies is a Vice President of Business Development and Sales at IFS Business Interiors. Jason Faulkner is the Director of Interior Design at Rink Design Partnership. And Pat Thompson is an architectural and interior design consultant. Pat is also a concert pianist. And while we were unable to procure a piano for her to play for you tonight, I have been so appreciative of other commencement ceremonies in which she did. Thank you for sharing your talents. Mahek Gupta, Bachelor Marketing and Management instructors. Linda Koka. Professionals all with expertise in textiles, sourcing, manufacturing, business operations, who have their own lives and are so busy, and yet they still spend a great deal of time with our students. Yes, a lot. They give in a way that is so meaningful because we know they are enmeshed in their profession. And that gives an added flavor of authenticity to advice and time spent. Brian Cox. He's worked with senior graphic design students for 6 years after retiring from his career as creative director of the Dalton Agency. These are the sort of instructors that we are so blessed to have attracted and kept over the years as the Art Institute of Jacksonville has molded students. Pat Murphy and Patrick McElhaney, film instructors. They have their own production company effort. They have their own film efforts, and yet they spend time teaching those technical skills to our students. Joshua Rudloff and William Waller. Media arts and animation instructors. Josh Rudloff works as a graphic artist for System Services Enterprises. William Waller owns his own company, Trips Black. And yet both have worked with our students for years. I also want to express our appreciation of Luis Castro. Works diligently to ensure that our building runs smoothly and always with a smile.
En español, quiero decir nuestra gratitud de Luis Castro. Luis trabaja diligentemente todos los días y siempre con una sonrisa.
Indispensable part of the Art Institute of Jacksonville.
Le nuestros consideramos como un amigo y una importante parte de la universidad. Muchas gracias.
And now we turn our attention back to the graduates. All of our graduates have accomplished something to be proud of, but a select few are worthy of special mention. These are our students who have not only completed their program requirements, but have consistently excelled in the quality of their work. I will first recognize those students who have completed all program requirements and whose honors designation is determined. Cum laude means with praise. And it refers to those students whose cumulative GPA is a 3.5 to a 3.75. Stand when I say your name. Larry Fabroth. Brent Miller. Kelly Mitchell. Congratulations. Magna cum laude means with great praise, and it refers to students who've earned a 3.8 to 3.9 GPA cumulatively. Mandy Dudley. Danielle Nitch. Joseph Graham. Tatiana Colino. Galia Green. Erica Bernard. And Stephanie Mann. Congratulations. The best predictor of future success is past success. And I would like to recognize those students who have not yet completed all of their courses, but at this time are on track to receive academic honors. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Maria Bernal, James Hume, Raymond Fay, Joshua Dean, and Kendra Moore. Thank you. Okay. And so, we will begin the commencement of degrees. As the Chief Academic Officer of this college, it is my distinct honor to present to you our 2017 graduates. They will be called by academic department. I now ask our Culinary Director, Chef Noel Ridsdale, to come to the podium.
Tonight we have a group of students who have completed the degrees with the Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division, which means they are not actually resident students here, but have completed all of the degrees and have opted to take the opportunity to visit us tonight and walk across the stage. So would you please stand?
Barnard. Mandy Dudley. Kira Styler. Stephanie Mady. Zachary Fuller.
That's what I talked about right there.
Now, as the Culinary Director for the Art Institute of Jacksonville, I would like to ask the candidate for the Associates in Culinary Arts to please stand and come forward.
Amber Adams.
Candidates for the Bachelor in Culinary Management, please stand. Go in at me.
Christina Kellogg. Locke King Jr. Chloe Alyssa Bostridge. Rodney Wing.
I now ask our Media and Design Program Coordinator, Avery Zawacki, to come to the podium. This is my favorite part.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Fashion and Marketing Management, please stand. Marketing Management.
Tiffany Atwood. Kamari McRae. Royale Robinson. Natrell Jones.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, please stand. Friends and family, I present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design.
Kelsey Beasley. Joshua Dean. Ray Fave. Danielle Ginch. Jessica Lichtenstein. Driana Ross. Miles Stutzman. Alexis Thomas.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design, please stand. Friends and family, I present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design.
Allegra Maxson. Anthony May. Julie Schwarzenberger. Galia Ring.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Digital Photography, please stand. I present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Digital Photography.
Brenda Miller. Catherine D. Moore. Kendra Mickens Moore. Heather Morgan. Kraylin Trevon Kendrell Williams.
Yeah, boy!
Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Digital Filmmaking and Video Production, please stand. Friends and family, I present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Digital Filmmaking and Video Production.
Yeah!
Josh Jones.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Media Arts and Animation, please stand. Candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Media Arts and Animation.
Darius Roach. Kelly Mitchell. Aubrey Joseph. Travis Bickerstaff. Travis Bronner. Johnny Chavez. Jarrell Conley. Sierra Deverell. Anthony Fraser. Kevin Gibbs. Joseph Graham. Kiera Simmons. Kiana Snow. Natalie Studi. Matthew Brown. Bianca Harrington.
Please stand. Every one of you has the potential to contribute positively to the community and the world, and the responsibility to do so. I'm honored to have served you, and I'm honored to officially call you graduates of the Art Institute of Jacksonville. Everyone, stay seated until the graduates have exited. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and please be safe in this inclement weather.
Thank you.